So what we're going to do is we're going to start this off. We're going to jump right into Hall of Fame bets. I'm going to start right into Hall of Fame bets, and we're going to find some stuff that we like. I talk about how I did want things to be over-engineered, but this is definitely over-engineered. So, all right, I'm going to go. CJ, do you want to boot it up?
Yeah, got it right here.
Right,
Let's
great.
go. Let's go. What do you like? What are you thinking about so far?
Well, I'm looking at it on mine as I do yours, just so that I can go through. Okay, so go to leaders, and go to wide receiver, tight end, and go to receiving yards, and we are going to go to at least.
Look who's first on that list.
I can't tell from yours. Who is it?
Oh, is it need to zoom in a little bit? It's right here.
Oh, there he is. He's already there. Oh, I love it. Okay. All right, great. All right. So look, I'm a giant Malik Neighbors fan. So Malik Neighbors, I think Malik Neighbors with garbage quarterbacks last season had, 120 plus targets, had a ton of catches, and just quietly had like a bomb year. His receiving line is 74 yards this weekend against a Washington Commanders team that didn't change anybody in their secondary, which already was terrible. And they now have Russell Wilson, who loves to throw moon balls, has traditionally cooked Washington. Let's just start off. Let's just do 80 yards. I have Malik Neighbors. I have so much Malik Neighbors liability. It's makes your eyeballs bleed. I have him to lead the league in TDs. I have him to lead the league in receiving yards. Well, I didn't take him for OPOY because I don't know if the Giants finish above 500, but I don't think the Giants are going to be bad. I just think that
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I have Eagles Giants top 2 in that division. I have it 10-1, and I really like that bet. And
I don't. By the way, I don't necessarily disagree with that. Wilson still has a little bit of juice, and
he does. He also loves throwing moon balls.
Wilson's great, but yes, he's still actually. I think by EPA per play, he was one of the best deep throwers in the league last year.
Yeah,
he was great against Washington when he played him.
He what do I have in here? I had it. Yeah, Washington's bottom of the league in ADOT. So we talk a lot about what are the stats you care about. I care about ADOT, and I care about air yards a lot and defending those. And ADOT is average depth of target. And if an ADOT is high, is 7 or higher, it means that you're giving up a lot of yards just right away to the receiver. And the total on this isn't astronomically high. It's 44.5. Which is why I like yards more than I like receptions. If this was higher, I would actually like the receptions because it means that there's going to be just constant movement of the ball.
More drives.
Yeah, more drives. So, So anyway, giving Neighbors at 80 yards, which he had 127 to open against them last year. The Giants have traditionally, by the way, been great against the Commanders. Commanders can do nothing but regress. They really just went all out last year. So give me Neighbors to kick off my Neighbors to lead in everything campaign. 80 yards. I believe it was 116 plus 116.
I think DK I believe still has this at plus 116 because when you texted me about this yesterday, I went and grabbed it. This has not moved at all yet. So you can still get
he literally has dudes who he has the guys that are throwing to him are last year just are NPCs, and now he has an all throwing quarterback room. It's Jackson Dart, Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson. That is a moonball city room. Plus 116, which you can actually look at on Hall of Fame bets. It's pretty cool that it'll pop up and it'll say, yeah, this is actually noticeably better odds. It's
best
even
odds.
ESPN. Yeah. So give me that. He only went over it last year. He went over it, I think 3 times maybe last year, but to me, it's a matchup thing. It's, I think that we'll talk about it later, but I like him for 100, but 80 at plus money, I'll take it. So that's going to be, that's a play that I'm using. What is it?
100, by the way, if you want to get a little bit spicier, it's plus 251.
So wait, we can take a pause for 2 seconds.
Yeah,
it isn't, but there's only a 20-yard width there, and the odds are only $1 and change more, which kind of tells you he's he's priced in to have a pretty big game. So, but I'll take the 80 as the base. Plus 116, I'm fine with. So that's a play that I want to kick off. That put me in a better mood too, by the way.
Oh, good. So, good. I'm glad. I'm glad talking about ways to make money. And also maybe you're just happy that you got AJ Brown and Atchin on your team.
Atchin.
So,
itchy Atchin. Yeah.
Itchy Atchin. No, I'm saying this is now I'm not going to look at him the same. Devon Itchin Atchin. Yeah, man. I mean, I think the Panthers defense is still very bad. I know one thing, like going from season to season, is defenses are a lot less predictable going from one season to the next. You have a lot more like bad defenses that can become good and good defenses that can go bad versus like offenses are a little bit stickier. But I don't really see where the Commanders secondary help is. And it doesn't matter if Wilson gets hurt because like
it's just like they never changed it, man. And it wasn't good last year.
Yeah,
it's like PFF has.
I mean, they added Lattimore, and it still really didn't do anything.
He's rated 64 on PFF. Like, whether you subscribe to PFF or not, like this is not a good secondary, man. And no, I think somewhere there's probably stats like Hall of Fame bets probably. We don't need to stay. You go, but I just want to look up like Russell Wilson against the.
I know. Again, as a unfortunate Steelers fan.
He had 195 last year with the Steelers.
Yeah, it was with Pickens, and then he had a big throw.
He had a monster throw. That game was back and forth.
Yeah. It was actually a very fun game. Talk about another player and another couple of teams that played a couple of very fun games last year. So my guy this weekend, I'm looking also at a all over here. It is shake and bake. Baker Mayfield. So Baker Mayfield, if my computer decides to actually load his stats here, I really like Baker Mayfield rushing for this game against the Falcons this upcoming weekend. And one of the reasons is like just from if you go and look at the main line for him right now, I think is like 11.5 on his rush yards. But when if he would run, and you go and you look at his hit rates from last season, you can see right here, like on Hall of Fame bets, if he ran, he was getting 20 yards. Like if you take the 11.5 over, you have one game where he had 12 yards. Every other game where he went over that, he was well over it. He was at least 20 yards or over. So that's one thing. Second thing is that this is plus 175 on the ESPN bet, which don't mind that number. I can tell you that Bet365 had this at plus 215. So I'm getting 2-1 on a guy that had a hit rate of this of what? How many times last year? I mean, a bunch, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 or 10 of, I think 17 games. He was at least 20 rushing yards or more. And then if you even look at the games that you have for when he was playing on the road, every single game, including the one at Atlanta, we had 42 yards. So if we're just playing around with I know we're not big trends guys and we like hit rates is just another way to sort of validate stuff. This to me though, just sort of screamed some value early when I looked at it. And you can also, by the way, find that when you're looking at that trends tab here, because that was one thing that it's kind of noticed hey, 20 plus rushing yards. That seems a little off given the hit rate last year. Don't think this Atlanta defense is very good. I think they're probably one of the bottom 10 units in the league. Could see this game going back and forth because I personally think Penix is a little bit better than people might be giving him credit for. So yeah, that for me, I think 20 plus rushing yards on Baker. It's especially if you can get that at plus 200 or over. I like that one a lot.
Sorry, I took Sam Laporta and Patrick Mahomes at the turn. No, I didn't. I
lost scheduled my fantasy draft for tonight.
Yeah, really. Why is this even? I wish I hadn't done this draft. Oh no, here I am. Sorry guys. Let's see. I guess I gave somebody my pick and they took Pacheco. That was really stupid of me. All right. Anyway. Yeah, look, Baker rushing was a wagon last year. I can totally get behind this. It's also inside. Like,
it's Mercedes-Benz.
Not have a weather issue. I love it. No, I think it's great.
Yeah, I wish there was a filter here on like dome games and stuff, but yeah. All right, let's go. So one thing I know we want to try and do with this show every week too is, I feel like, baseball, we have like our convictions. Football, since it's, again, you're only having like the week to week, you kind of almost build up that conviction throughout the week. Week one is like the sort of, I would say, like the crown jewel of that, in terms of you've had months to build this up, like in terms of how strongly you feel about something. And I know there's a particular spread and money line that you have had your eye on for a while. And I don't know if you want to talk about it right now with your NFC West showdown.
Oh, yeah. Well, so my NFC, so I hate the Niners. I lived in San Francisco for a decade plus. And I think that the Niners fan base is one of the most obnoxious fair weather fan bases in the world. There's some baseball fan bases that are their Giants are like that too. Not the San Francisco Giants. I think San Francisco fan bases are crap, except for the A's. I have
that's fired.
300. I have 300 to 1 in my pocket for fewest wins. I have them for under 8.5 wins at plus 250, because when Shanahan's floor is pretty low. Like, the thing is about this team, like objectively speaking, they tinkered with depth pieces on their roster all offseason, and they don't have any depth. Like, what are you doing a week before preseason still signing guys like Marcus Valdez-Scantling and like all these dudes? Like, why are you still tinkering when all that happened? And it just made me feel like they're not happy with their roster. So anyway, Seattle also just is, been very impressed with their defense. Like, I like just what I'm not big on McDonald. I'm not necessarily big on Darnold, but I'm pretty big on Seattle at home, and I'm pretty big on Seattle's defense. I think they've built a really good defensive culture, and their defense just shows up. So I didn't even take Seattle money line here. I actually went Seattle minus 2.5. This is a nice little trick.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. If you like the home dog, and if you like the home dog, just take them to lay less than a field goal, and you could get a little extra juice out of it. I got it for plus 140. So yeah, but for ease of using Hall of Fame bets, just click that money line. Plus, and yeah, I like Seattle here right out of the gate, punching San Francisco in the mouth. The thing is also, like, these two teams only twice since 2017 has a matchup between the two of them been decided by 3 points or less. Everything has been just kind of blowout city across the board.
There used to be sort of like that whole like circle between Shanahan would always beat one team, McVay would always beat one team, and Carroll would always beat one team. And I thought for a while that it was it San Francisco beat the Rams and then the Seahawks beat the 49ers. I might be getting
it's one wrong. Of those. There's a flow chart.
Yes, there used to be like a flow chart of this whole thing.
When Carroll was the coach.
Yeah. Maybe it was like the Seahawks beating the Rams. I don't know. But also, I think, who's the starting wide receiver for the 49ers this weekend? Is it Pearsall?
It's Ricky Pearsall's the wide receiver.
He's their number one?
Yeah, he's their number one. I have his over 4.5 receiving touchdowns for the season, and because it's so low, and he's their one, I don't think he's very good. I have a couple plays in this game. I got Brock Purdy interceptions. Like, when they drop it, I'm going to use Hall of Fame bets to ladder his interceptions. But what it really comes down to for me is just the Seattle defense at home, punching San Francisco right in the mouth right away. I have a feeling that the money splits on this whole thing are going to end up being one of those like pros versus Joes things, which really doesn't matter or didn't matter last season.
On the Seattle side or on the San Francisco
side? I mean, I can't imagine Seattle's going to be the public side. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I don't think so either. The thing is,
but I don't know. It might be
darling by like
I don't know.
Both sides.
They're just a darling, like David. Easy. Everyone's saying they're like, oh man, they have such an easy schedule. Like, well, that's great, but they open up out here. That's the other thing. If they lose, let's say they lose this first game, wheels could come off early. Let's see. I mean, you got a $250 million quarterback now, who was last pick in the draft.
looking ahead at their schedule too. By the way, just curious, because like, how many games this season is San Francisco either favored by less than?
Oh, you're looking at that,
or
the look ahead
lines?
lines.
Yeah. The look ahead lines thing, which this thing is like changing my world.
Awesome,
here, by the way.
the world. Okay, so they first of all, they're favored in all but
they're favored in a lot of games. Which, by the way, they probably
not
should be.
Just are at Tampa Bay. At Tampa Bay, and it's 1.5. And I bet you, and Tampa the week before
at the Rams, they're not favored in. They're very short.
Which is right, but that's going to be more Niners fans than it's going to be Rams fans.
Yes, I was about to say, I was like, that's practically a home game.
But look, here's the deal: is that if the Bucks, like the Bucks could because the Bucks have had like Philly's number, they've had all these things. The Bucks could be 5-0 going into that game. I mean, my point is just that like everyone's in on the Niners. Like this Niners team like makes sense because if you look, the Rams they're laying 1.5 to the Rams at home. That's actually wrong. That's not how the math should work, but that's neither here nor there. They're plus 1.5 when they're at LA. That's not how it works, but that's fine. Anyway, the point is on all this is that I don't like the Niners. I want to see them have some pain. And as part of that, I'm taking Seattle money line out of the gate. I like them in my Circle Millions entry. I like them. I'm not going to take them in Survivor, but still going to be a pussy and take Denver.
I'm in San Francisco a lot. I have no opinion on their fans, so you're gonna obviously have a lot closer.
Well, who do you think is the worst? Eagles excluded. Who do you think's the worst football fan base?
Oh, it's the Patriots. It's not. It's
you think so? I would agree with that. Yeah, that's good too. Tom Brady. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, okay. No, anyway,
also,
we spent a lot of time. Yeah.
Patriots fans, by the way, they will try and claim that they're like the hardest diehard football fans. I can tell you that one, you didn't see a ton of Patriots fans to begin with prior to Tom Brady, and there are Patriots fans I knew in my life that don't even follow football since Tom Brady has retired. Like that is just anecdotally, I know a few people that like were diehard Patriots fans, barely even watch the sport